Hey, you guys. Welcome to Leadership 301. Our first topic today is going to be the concept of the runner coach, which a lot of you have expressed desires to be. And so I want to go through the walker, jogger, runner tracker with you and show that to you, and also reverse engineer your income goals and show you how to do that and what that means for volume for you on probably your weak leg at this point, what to strive for 2018 as far as volume goes on that weak leg so that you can hit your income goals. So I'm going to share my screen so you can see the Win the Week runner tracker. Perfect. Okay. So I pulled this from Team Dream Builders. I will also upload it into our new Google Drive for easy access. These are the activities and daily behaviors and understandings of a Win the Week activity tracker for a runner in this business. Now, many of you, because you also have a part-time job, will probably resonate a little bit more with this Jogger tracker. And this is a little typo, but it just says your daily behaviors, read vision. It shouldn't be sheriff read, just read vision. Invite 3 people, post on social media. I don't need to read this because you can clearly read yourself. You attain Success Club 5 to 10 every month, and you recruit 3 to 5 coaches per month. That's a jogger. I jogged for a long time in this business, and some months I still do jog, and that's great. And it just gives, when you're starting out a new coach and you're saying, okay, what are your income goals? What are you shooting to do? And they're telling you they want to make 50 grand this year. You're going to have to realistically go, okay, here are your activities, and can you realistically check these off? And if they go, okay, maybe that's a little ambitious, start me at the walker, you have a place to start your new coaches. So this allows them, versus maybe the BAT, which is wonderful, but sometimes they feel defeated, right? If they're not hitting all of the BAT check-off boxes. And that's typically about a jogger BAT. So if they're just a walker, we want them to experience those wins right off the get-go. So what activities should they be doing as a brand new coach who wants to just walk? These are those activities. And that's why this document was created by another coach, to give them success, to give them those wins so they're not immediately jumping into the team, comparing themselves to a jogger or a runner, and then getting discouraged. So take a look at these. See when you're recruiting your new coaches, which category they want to fall into. Let them decide. Share this sheet with them so that they can decide. And then you know how to hold them accountable to it and make them send you a screenshot of this at the end of each week, which ones they checked off, which ones they're struggling with, so you know what trainings to direct them to if they're struggling in one particular area. So I'm going to go through this concept of a runner with you before we jump into your income goals, because a lot of these are going to be kind of a slap in the face and a bit humbling when you go, holy crap, I thought I was a runner and I thought I wanted to make 6 figures at this business, but I'm not even doing half of these activities. And again, that's probably why. And I say that because I was slapped in the face when I saw this. So it really helped me hone in and go, okay, now I know what the activities need to be and what I need to be doing if I'm truly going to be a leader and in that organizational leader on the leadership ladder. So here's what it looks like. Your daily behaviors, obviously they're the normal, your PD, they're the vitals, essentially. And then, but what I really want to hone in on are these kind of last few for daily behaviors. You're running a monthly free group, you're hosting your own challenge group, you're mentoring your coaches, you manage multiple social media platforms, you manage your team page, and you attend and help organize events. And I think that this is where we're lacking in the leadership department with Dream Builders. A few of you are really good at this, and then a few of you say you want this dream goal, but we're not using the actions of a leader to accomplish that. So for instance, running your free group, like a lot of you, I I love that we're all combining and doing these together. But some of you are still dropping the ball on posting, or you just don't participate altogether in the free groups or the challenge groups. And that is like your bread and butter in this business, is getting your people into free groups and you being in there, and getting people into challenge groups and you being in there, and posting regularly and showing up. You have to lead from the front, whether that you're doing it in your own group or you're doing it and you're teaming up with me and we're doing it together. Because it's nice to do it together, because it's duplicatable and it's easy to bring your coaches into that system. And then eventually you can spread your wings and you can do exactly what I've done with Self Fit Club with your team, and you guys can all lead one together. And then the last part is managing the team page. And we have one kind of team page together, which is awesome because we can all collaborate. But 99% of the time I'm talking to myself in there. And I'm not seeing you guys participating by sharing content that you're finding useful and that you found in your PD, or that, you're going out and searching and seeking out through other coaches. So I would love the participation on that end as you start to build your leadership skills of like it's like leaders teaching leaders, right? And not just everybody follow Wit and, having me go out and look for all this content for you. Like, go out and seek it and then bring it in, because I'm only one person. I can only find so much great stuff. But if you go out and you find other awesome things and you're bringing content to the team page, and not only the team page, you guys, but that extension of the team page, which is our leadership pods. We have a leadership pod, which you guys are all in. We have a diamond push pod, which is everybody kind of one step below you. And then we have a new coach pod, which is everyone kind of pushing for emerald. So if you can participate in those and help us really develop these new leaders rather than me just developing your leaders for you, I think you're going to notice a big shift in your business. It's about taking that ownership piece, okay? So this was humbling to me because I wasn't doing these things, and that's why I'm giving you a little tough love and going, okay, this was the big difference maker in my business when I started realizing, okay, these are the activities we need to be doing. All right. And then here are the things to understanding this concept of duplication. So not overthinking anything, plugging them into a system that is easy, duplicatable. They could plug their people into it. Branding, we've gone over a lot of branding stuff, branding yourself, your color wheel, etc. We did an elite call, how to hit elite. If you're still confused by that, talk with me. We can talk about elite points and what those look like. Team culture, create opportunity for leader growth. Again, that's leaders teaching leaders. So this brand new concept of Coach University, 101, 201, 301. I'm going to be sharing that with all the new coaches who jump into Dream Builders that you guys recruit, that I recruit. So I don't want to be the only one coaching them. I would love for you guys to sign up and each lead one of the weeks on, maybe you can lead a 101 class, maybe you can lead a 201 class, maybe you can lead a 301 class, and have all of us be that leading force. And then be solution oriented. You guys are really good about this, not complaining, shutting down negativity. I love that about our team. And then rallying the team for things like summit, trips, new leader conference, leadership, getting people involved in Super Saturdays, being there yourself. I know that things come up, but really you got to put that on the calendar. You've got to be at all of those. If you're expecting to build this as a business and expecting your people to build it as a business, then you sure as heck need to be at every single one of them. Okay. Hosting sneak peeks, business opportunity calls. I think that this month was really effective in how we all jumped in, created a video each. And some of you didn't volunteer, some of you didn't want to. And I really think that if you take that ownership piece and go, okay, I'm going to be hosting a video in the coming sneak peek, you've got some skin in the game. And then you are more encouraged to invite people to that sneak peek, to that business opportunity call. If you have not sat down with me and created a business opportunity recording that you can send to people, when you and I haven't sat down in Zoom and created our own what is coaching opportunity call that you can send to people in between sneak peeks, schedule that with me. Get that on the books. Get one of those so you feel confident when you invite somebody to coach opportunity and they say, yes, What is it? Send me more info. You have something to send them. That's you. That's your voice. It's not some random Joe Schmo talking about coaching. So getting one of those in your library of useful resources that you can send to prospects. The power of community recognition, compound effect. Obviously, you guys know those. Compensation, which we're going to go over here in a second. Coach placement. I know there's still some questions on coach placement, so I'm going to be really hammering that hard for the 301 class starting next week. Teaching you guys placement questions, because I still get messages from you like, okay, so-and-so wants to place a coach. Where should I put them? It sounds like they're going to be a builder. And we have to know these things, you guys. Those are just non-negotiables, okay? So we're going to start to learn those. Developing your brand. You already know that. And again, this is not like me whomping on you and going, okay, you aren't doing these things. It's like I looked at this and I go, oh my gosh, I didn't know these things. My coaches don't know these things. That's a failure on my part. And I'm taking ownership of that and super excited to train you on all of it because I'm learning it. And that's the beauty of it. And if you don't know it, if you can go out and learn it so that you can teach it, especially in one of the university classes, that's the ultimate learning, is to where you can then teach. Here's the big one. Attain Success Club 20 plus per month and recruits 5 to 10 coaches per month. Can we shoot for this? This is that 6-figure income business. Reminder that if you're hitting 10 every month and you're recruiting 3 to 5 coaches a month, that's under 6-figure business. You're just jogging. So if you really want to take it to that next level, you've got to start talking to more people. You've got to create your list of 300 people at the start of every single month who you're complimenting and running first, donating second, coach opportunity third, and you're just forming every single month. Rinse, lather, repeat, whatever that saying is. You do it over and over and over again, and you make it a non-negotiable to hit SC20. I thought this was impossible until there was a month where you got 10 extra elite points if you hit SC20. And I was like, okay, I just hit SC20. I'm going to shoot for it. And I did it. And you guys, SC20 is just a mindset shift. It's going, okay, it's like not taking your foot off the brake when you hit 5, which a lot of us do. You're like, whew, okay, I got my 5, I'm good. And no, it's 5 every single week. But it's totally, totally doable. You can absolutely do that. And then recruiting 5 to 10 new coaches a month. Honestly, this is just a numbers game. That's that list of 300 people that you're going through, inviting them to the sneak peeks, sending the What Is Coaching recordings to them, and creating those numbers. You've got to be recruiting because 1 out of these 5 to 10 coaches per month is going to be a builder. The rest of them are just going to frolic away, okay? So that's the numbers game. It sucks because I wish everybody I could bring in and help would recruit and do amazing things, but it's not the reality. And if you're wanting to create a full-time income, full-time business with this, you got to face a little reality, which sucks because it's a numbers game and I hate numbers games. All right, so that's the runner tracker. Starting in 2018 to set your sights on this tracker. It might be overwhelming right now, but you have an entire year. Let's break it down into 12-week years, okay? So breaking it into quarters and going, okay, this quarter I'm going to tackle this. Next quarter I'm going to tackle these 3. Next quarter, I'm going to tackle these 3 so that by the end of the year, you can officially say, okay, I'm a runner. And I think by then you're going to experience a huge leap in your business that's going to set you up for 2019 like nobody's business. All right. So let me share one more thing with you, which is this coach compensation and understanding where this volume is coming from. I think that this can be the most confusing part of the business, not knowing where to focus your building, and thus you don't get paid very much. So here is the team Beachbody cycle bonus chart. And these numbers are the amounts that you max out at each rank. If you had ultimate volume on both legs and you were cycling as much as you could, you're capped by Beachbody at these amounts. And they do that so that an Emerald coach can't just recruit a 15-star diamond on one side and another 15-star diamond on another and then just like sail and dough the rest of their life, right? They're doing Beachbody caps them so that they have to have skin gain. They have to keep building in order if they want more income. So this is per week. A lot of you have told me that you have a goal of $1,000 per week. So I'm going to show you how to hit that at the diamond level and what you need to be doing as far as recruiting goes and volume goes on each leg in order to make that happen. So if this is you and you want $1,000 a week at the diamond rate of $18 per cycle bonus, right? You're capped at $18. You never get more than $18 per cycle bonus. If you want that 1,000 a week, you're going to need to do 1,000 divided by 18, which is about 56 total cycles in that week. You need that to happen every single week in order for you to get your $1,000. So in order to create 56 cycles, you're going to need a total volume of 16,800 points to go through your business to create those 56 cycles. This can be divided any which way you want. It can be the majority on one leg and then like 2/3 of it on one leg and 1/3 of it on another leg, or you can be 50-50 and it'll still happen 56 times, right? So you have, let's just say like most of us have a power leg, right? And your team helps you build it. So you probably all have this strong leg that if you go into your Coach Online office right now and you click on my volume, my carryover volume, you're going to see a big number there for either your right leg or your left leg, whichever one I'm helping you build or your upline coach is helping you build. Your bigger number is going to be the number that you can look at for this 2/3. A lot of you are over this 11,000 point mark right now. But then if you look at your weak leg, your carryover volume for your weaker leg, the smaller number, you're probably right around like 10 or 12, right? Because it cycled out. You maxed out in cycle bonuses, and now you have this really strong leg producing all this volume over here, and it gets tapped out every time because this one's just like your weaker link, right? We need to create volume over here. We need to create exactly 5,000 points of volume over here so that this one can keep cycling and you can hit 56 total cycles. So what that looks like, if we're talking PV, which you guys have all kind of gone through that, or if you haven't, jump into one now, is that 500 PV training group. We do one about once a month or every other month. And it's that concept of creating a 500 PV coach. So 500 PV coach is simply somebody who uses all the products in the Beachbody catalog to help people with where they are in their health and fitness journey. So challenge packs are right around 135 volume points. So they could sell 5 challenge packs or about 4 challenge packs and hit that 500 PV mark. They could also, Ultimate Reset, I think is like 150 volume points. So they could sell a bunch of Ultimate Resets to hit that 500. If they were going for something like they love their Recover and they had a bunch of Ironman friends that all wanted Recover, if they sold 10 Recover tubs of chocolate Recover, then at 52 PV per tub, they're at 520 PV. So they become a 500 PV coach, right? So you need 5,000 points to go through that weak leg, which means you need roughly 10 of those 500 PV coaches over there, right? So 500 times 10 is 5,000. So here's the beauty of it. You don't have to go out necessarily and sponsor those 10 coaches and have them all personally sponsored by you, those 10 500 PV coaches. You could sponsor 3 of them and teach each of them how to sponsor 2 of them. And there's your 10, right? Get them both to Emerald, get them to 500 PV, teach them to get to Emerald and get 2 500 PV coaches. And now you have that system of duplicatability. You have now 10 coaches on your team, on your weak leg, all creating 500 PV. And now you're capping out. Now you're getting your $1,000 per week in your cycle bonuses because that left or weaker leg is now pretty strong because you're putting a lot of volume over there. So here's the benefit to having your significant other or an account you manage over on that weak leg. Any kind of volume that you're creating, that you're producing, say it's anything other than challenge packs, because you probably want to hit Success Club first if that's a goal of yours. Anything that doesn't create Success Club points, though, you're going to be wanting to put that business under that business center you control, so that it's creating that volume over on your weak leg, starting to add up to this 5,000. If you keep those numbers for yourself, if you keep the recover purchases, if you keep the energized purchases, if you keep the things that aren't creating Success Club points for you, you're not putting them in your weak legs. So you're not getting closer to that 5,000 right here. You're not getting closer to creating 5,000 points on that weak leg to help you cycle bonus. You're just keeping it for yourself and you're only getting commissions on it. But put those purchases under a second business center that you control. You get the commissions for it because you can tie your bank account to it, and you get the volume benefits of it, which, as we can see, start to add up pretty quickly. You get to 5,000, all of a sudden you're making that $1,000 a week. So super duper important. Once you hit diamond and you're capping out at your $18 cycle bonus, now we really need to start seeing how we can maybe grow a business on your weak leg to diamond and have them be doing the same thing, and starting to sponsor those 500 PV coaches under that business, or you and a runner that you've recruited, you guys get together and you go, hey, let's each sponsor, let's each hit Emerald this month and teach those people how to become 500 PV coaches. You get 10 of those on that side, or a real rock star who's hitting 1,000 themselves. That takes care of two, right? So one person can hit 1,000. It doesn't have to be everybody hitting 500. You can have 5 coaches hitting 1,000 PV, and you're still hitting that 5,000 mark, okay? So that's what it looks like to hit $1,000 a week, which on average you're making about, $52,000 for the year. That's going to be what needs to happen in order to make your income goals a reality. So if that was confusing, if you have questions, message me. We can go over this based on what your volume in your legs are. We can really dive down and go, okay, what does this mean? And then if we need to find, say you need 10 people this year, right? You need 10 500 PV coaches. That's on average. Let's move it all, let's front load it. So let's say in the first 6 months, you can find those 10 coaches. You're going to get you need about 2 coaches a month, right? So in order to find your building coaches, which are your 500 PV coaches, 1 in 10 builds. So you need 2, so that's 20 coaches a month. And we'll just say 1 in 5 build. I think that's more of an average. So that's still recruiting 10 coaches so that you find those 2 builders per month who are really ready to run with you and develop a team with you. So it's just a matter of sending out. Say you need 10 coaches in a month. 1 in 10 people say yes to the opportunity. You need to be sending 100 coach opportunity invites to people in your life and sharing with them how this has changed your life, how it can start to change their life as a part-time coach, part-time income, starting to build that fortune on the side. And it's sexy, you guys. It's really sexy when they can start to build a fortune on the side of their full-time job that's paying the bills. So they don't have to keep living paycheck to paycheck, right? So get them into the sneak peeks, start participating in the sneak peeks, put some skin in the game, and commit to your goals. If you have financial goals, this is the reality of the ball game. They're not going to make it easy for us to hit this number. If it was easy, every single person would be a Beachbody coach. It's not easy. It's not easy to be walking on that stage or be up there recognized for some big income goals, but I know every single one of you can do it. That's the thing. That's why you're in this 301 class. That's why you're a leader, and we're going to do it together. Okay, so let me know how I can mentor you, embrace the team, embrace all of the leadership opportunities that you get so that you have that skin in the game so you can plug your people into it and you feel like, okay, I'm becoming a leader. I'm taking ownership of my business. I'm going to rock it. All right, enough preaching, enough learning for today. Go out and take action. Talk to you later.